the city. Important places like Taj Mahal Palace, Leopold Cafe, Victoria Terminus, Trident were attacked. They had first hijacked an Indian fishing boat, killing all 5 on board. Subsequently, they landed at Colaba, and the rest we all saw live. What was so special in that attack? Apart from the gravity and the magnitude of the terror attack, what was more important there was that the terror incident was being masterminded and orchestrated with a terror control room, with an operation center, with a war room across the border in Pakistan. Live monitoring of the entire incident was done by the mastermind sitting in Pakistan. They were watching all the news channels and giving direction to the terrorists who were in the hotel and other places, guiding them about all the incidents when the NSG commandos are getting heli dropped and what to take precaution and how. When they found certain person hiding in a bathroom, they sent the picture to the mastermind, who verified it in the Google and other platform and realized that the real identity was this, and decided to kill him. So who would survive and who would be killed would be decided by the social media picture, which all of us are happily uploading. What is more important in that attack was the terrorists were not just armed with deadly weapon and grenade, but they were armed with technology, which is more dangerous. Social media monitoring, not only by the security agencies, but by the criminal groups, by the terror groups, is a matter of great challenge. Use of VoIP, mobile phones, and other such gadgets has become too common now. The plus side of the technology is also there. During the military dictatorship of Argentina, 1976 to 83, many children were abducted and they were just found missing. With the help of AI and with the help of predictive analysis, very large number of children have been traced now after so many years. Perhaps this was not possible earlier. It also exposes certain things. Perhaps we need to talk about it. I think last month there was a conviction in UK. A British nurse, Lucy Letby, was sentenced to life in prison after being found guilty in the worst child killer case. She had murdered 7 babies and tried to kill 6 others. It happened in 11 months between 2015 and 16. She killed infants by injecting them with air, others with forced fed milk, and 2 were poisoned. How well we are prepared to handle such aberration in society. When a nurse who is supposed to have a heart of compassion, and when she is doing this, are we really prepared? Talking about the border challenges, the coastal security, it has a major impact in India because we have 4,000 kilometers of border with Bangladesh, 1,700 with Nepal, 500 plus with Bhutan, 1,600 kilometers with Myanmar. Though with Sri Lanka we do not have a common border, but the water border is perhaps more risky. Afghanistan is not our neighbor as far as present map is concerned, but the drug production, trade, it brings challenges of its own kind. Infrastructure. Economy cannot grow if it doesn't have a robust infrastructure. And therefore, infrastructure security and protection is a major challenge. I will give two examples about the threat in this field. Recently, near Metcalf railway station, North California, very close to San Jose, few suspects opened the heavy metal cover of an underground vault on the side of a road. Optical fiber cable were cut. 5 minutes later, they did the same at another place and followed by some more places. It also led to firing by AK-47 type of weapon. About 100 bullets were fired. In the process, the shooters also fired at 17 giant electrical transformers. The attack lasted less than an hour. But the impact, the entire 9/11 system of the state collapsed. It took 27 days for the California state to restore all the services related to internet and other things. The case is still not solved. Much later, as recent as February 2022, last year, similar offense were reported in another part of USA, in which white supremacists, 2 persons were arrested who had bought ghost guns. Ghost guns are the guns which does not have a registration number, what in India we call katta and kapancha, without serial number, and they had fired at various places. Subsequently, they were called neo-Nazis, arrested, but by that time, many protests had taken place in the country. Warning and discovery of malicious cyber tools is a great challenge as the economy becomes more and more cyber. The total cyber space of the world. Right now we define, say, Jubilee Hill Police Station has a jurisdiction of 15 square kilometers. But when we convert it into the cyber field, the entire cyber area to be monitored is 7.6685 GB into 10 to the power 11. How many zeros you can add? You can imagine. Is it possible to monitor? Is it possible to know what is happening in the dark net? As per a US research finding, only 6% of the data hacking is actually known to the system administrator. 94% of the data breach go unnoticed. Even those who find out that there is a security breach, it takes them an average of 211 days. So imagine the data compromise continues for 211 days. They say every technology has the use and abuse. Fire was the first technology. It made our ancestors cook food and scare away the animal. But subsequently, it was also used for burning of houses. In India, we have lot of proactive measures by government. Establishment of NTRO, National Technological and Research Organization, a technical intelligence agency under the NSA, which is the nodal agency for all critical information in India, including air traffic, power sector, communication services. Similarly, NatGrid, the National Intelligence Grid, is basically for sharing network that collates data from standalone databases of various departments and ministries. It came into existence after the 2008 Mumbai attack. Some of the crimes which are mistakenly connected to internet is liable to be hacked. Today the internet is of the size of a golf ball, one expert has said. Today the internet is of the size of a golf ball. Tomorrow it will become the size of a sun. Imagine the surface area to be monitored and checked then. Bitcoin mining, healthcare system and hospitals, if they are hacked. Armed robot equipped with artificial intelligence, given assault rifles, can be a perfect tool for mass killing. DNA of a person left at a tissue paper by a cigarette butt or a coke glass can be lifted very easily and dropped at a scene of crime to implicate innocent person. Diabetic pumps, I am told US has about 5 lakh diabetic pumps in which the computer chip senses the restriction of flow of insulin in the body, and accordingly the pump implanted inside the body releases the insulin. What if that machine is hacked and instead of 1 gram of insulin, the entire pump is emptied? Another example recently happened in Miami jail riot, where all the automated gates of Miami jail was hacked and it got opened. As a result, it led to massive riot, killing many criminals they fought and lot of injury to the jail staff. VIP security, another challenge. I don't want to go into the details. We are familiar with the Rajiv Gandhi assassination and other things. The drone bombs, both the optimist and the pessimist constitute the society. The optimist made the aeroplane, the pessimist made the parachute. Both are important. The same thing applies to the drone. Imagine a payload with a chemical powder getting sprinkled at a gathering of thousands can lead to major devastation. Prison management is another issue because large number of radicalization, formation of new gangs, as our capacity of the jail is already stretched to 130% of its occupancy. Learning of soft skill is more important because the interaction of police officers to civilian is much higher than what it was earlier. And interaction with people from a different place who may not know the local language, who may not be wearing the local dress, is more important than ever before. And that is why the collective goal of internal training at every stage and continuous training is more important. Gone are the days when a police officer was used to get trained at the time of recruitment. Now perhaps every 3 months there is a need to upgrade our skills at all levels. The demographic diversity of India itself is a major challenge, as we are the most diverse country with 22 official recognized languages. Never before in India there was so much of interstate mobility for job, for business, for education as it is happening now. If we see Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad and all big cities, the percentage of population of people coming from outside is increasing every year. Human trafficking, another issue which is a major challenge. So it is not just challenge of the police department of various leadership levels, but it is a challenge to the society. As someone said that every cop is a policeman and every citizen is a cop and every cop is a citizen. This can only happen with more and more awareness so that preventive measures are taken by each and every citizen. This can only happen of media and press and talking about these challenges. Last few things which I would like to mention is recently a book became very famous, Factfulness by Hans Rosling. It talks about critical thinking at challenging and difficult times, and how the factor of fear governs our thinking. The factor of actually things may not be bad, but as it is projected by social media, as it is projected by media, it becomes more bad. And that leads to a sense of fear, that leads to a sense of negative instinct. These are the bigger challenges than detection of a crime. The fear instinct, the size instinct, because what is seen is considered to be big. Urgency instinct, same thing is seen 10 times from morning to evening at all the 10 channels, and we feel it is very urgent. Actually, it is not. Therefore, policing is not just an institution of rules, regulations, and discipline, but it should be like the feeling of a parenting. How a parent disciplines a child and at the same time allows him or her to grow. The society as a whole is the bigger policeman than the police department. And the parenting aspect has to get more and more predominant. Anxiety, stress, fear of failure, these are natural response to any external stimuli. What we do with these feelings makes us a better leader or an average leader. And that is what is more required. One bad chapter in life does not mean that the story is over. The purpose of this talk was just to tickle that feeling of urgency, the feeling of sensitivity, and I am really grateful to all of you for giving me a patient hearing. Thank you so much.
Sri Anjani Kumar for a most thought-provoking and most comprehensive review of contemporary policing. It is very instructive for the young police officers who are here. I hope they have noted some of these points. In fact, he laid down the contours of modern crime and terror attacks with such detail. I haven't really heard this type of exposition from a police officer in the past. Each one of the incidents mentioned by him should be a case study in the police academy. You know, you have mentioned so many instances. What exactly happened? How to tackle that if it happens again? I think these are all, subjects for a case study. The National Police Academy should incorporate some of the points made by you in their training schedules. I think this is a very important, speech you have made. And ultimately, you mentioned about the factor of yes, it's a very important concept, So you covered many other things. I don't want to mention that, but we would like to publish this paper of yours after you edit it and give it to us in our ASCII magazine, which has a huge circulation. So we would like to do that. In fact, for this particular Memoriel Lecture, we have collected all the former speeches also by Kiran Bedi and Justice this one. So I just got up to say that it's a most comprehensive review you have given, and I think the Police Training Academy, the National Police Training Academy, should take note of what you have mentioned here, and then make case studies, some of these things. So thank you once again for the most excellent presentation.
Now I request our chairman to present the memento to Sri Anjani Kumar.